Ja, ja. Good morning, Kirsten. I hope you're feeling better. Yes, I do. Thank you. For a question of the day, what would you suggest for meditation to keep focus on tasks, daily life, responsibilities, via meditation in action in the present? That's a good question. So just be 100% focused on what you're doing, your task, your responsibilities. Um, be focused on what you're doing. Do it with your full heart, mind, and body. It seems in the mind, in the individual's mind, there's a difference between doing and non-doing. That's the first group. If I, how to say, categorize things into the biggest group, which is the doing, like we are washing dishes, we're writing a paper, we email somebody, all the doing activities, and the non-doing, the being, the pure observation. So that's the biggest or greatest category. And in the doing in itself, we have different things to do, right? Um, we have email, we can write email, we can make a call, we can write a paper, we can wash dishes and so on. So many things. In awakened mind, there's a difference. There's something important, something more important, something less important. But actually, in the awakened one, there's no difference at all. First of all, there's no difference between doing and non-doing. Second, there's no difference between washing dishes and writing an email. I know it's really hard to understand or have that picture. But anyway, that's the realization. Everything is same. Fundamentally, there's no difference between doing and non-doing, between the trivial things and important things. So first of all, have that understanding or learning or knowledge. So if you really have that understanding, what you're doing is the same. Washing dishes or talking to your boss is fundamentally the same. So why I'm talking about this? Once you realize the reality is non-dual, is one thing, it's consciousness only, then you pay attention to anything you do. You will focus on anything to do or while you're not doing anything. That's the first understanding and the practice. If it is too hard for you, then you can just focus on what you're doing. Because one point concentration, focus on what you're doing, is a practice of meditation. There's no conflict. If you can 100% of concentration on what you're doing, then you're practicing meditation. You may say, okay, I wasted 8 hours doing this, everyday life things, doing these less important things. I need meditate more. I need sit quietly, doing nothing. I need read the sutra. You see, sometimes our mind is so tricky. So, as a practitioner, you should know if you could focus on what you're doing, it's meditation. It's a one-pointed concentration. If you can focus on the trivial things or important things, of course you can focus on meditation while you sit quiet doing nothing. It's the same principle. And concentration on what you're doing is meditation in action, as you said. One tip here is in the doing, you just step back to the pure observation a little bit. If you uh, have that gap, or you can try to do things a little bit slower than uh, you used to be. Doing things a little bit slower because you have tried to back to the source, have that space between the doing and the non-doing, between the awareness and the contents of the awareness. You can speak slower, you can type a little bit slower, you can walk a little bit slower, you can, just have a try. It's not necessary you have to do things slower. But doing things slower may fit for you. For example, for a very smart person, they always speak very fast, very fast. So for him or her, a suggestion could be speak a little bit slower. Find that gap between words or sentences and the thoughts. So you are still concentrate on the speaking or write email, but you consciously going back to the source to what you're doing. So like you have 90% of zoom in the details of what you're doing, but you have 5% or 10% of time zoom out, take a little break. Like now, you're listening, I'm talking. Makes sense to you? Do it more consciously, like you're writing email, you're talking, you're you know washing a dish, washing dishes, and you notice that your mind tells you, oh, um, reporting to your boss is more important than washing a dish. You notice that tricky mind, tricky thought. Or for a practitioner of meditation, I need more time to meditate instead of doing the everyday trivial things. The truth is in every moment. The truth is in every trivial things. The extraordinary is in every ordinary. Because why? Do you know why? Because the awareness is behind every doing. Once you can identify yourself with the awareness only, no matter what you do, what you do is a very small or very great. It it only appears very small or great in the mind, but in the field of awareness, it's same thing. The awareness don't differentiate that is small, this is great. Only mind do so. And it's a conditioned mind. If you identify you are the awareness only, the awareness is the application of the God. The awareness, the very awareness that we get used to so many years, we ignore so many years, is the presence of God. Then you instantly you cherish, wow, I am aware. What you do make has less important to the realization that you are the presence of God. And everything you do will become like the service of the God to yourself, to everyone else, to everything else. Everything you can see, you can hear, you can touch, you can smell, you can taste, you can think are the God's presences, or the presence of God. Trust me. If you know this, then you are playing with the God or the cosmic intelligence, which is omnipresent, um, omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. Everything is you're doing is great, a great without greatness. That's called non-dual. You see, my topic today is the non-dual reality. You don't differentiate things anymore. Everything you can see, touch, hear, listen, taste, and think, including your body mind and every other's body mind, is great. Is we are in the heaven right now. It's not very far, actually. It's not far at all. It's very close. The close, so close, there's no distance. We are in the arms of universal mom. Two arms, space and time. Tell me someone who can be out of these two arms. Anything or anybody can be out of these two arms, space and time. Tell me. We are so blessed. We are embraced. We are hugged. We are loved. We are blessed. Every moment, every place, every moment, everywhere, everywhere. But we don't feel it. That's the pity. You see, that's ignorance. Because the tricky mind, because we are fooled by the mind, conditioned mind. That's all. So as a practitioner of awakening, there's one thing we need to pay a little attention is no matter where you are, no matter it's past, present, or future, there's one thing consistent. Try to recognize that thing which is consistent, never changes. Then you are good. You're okay. You are in the right path. Otherwise, we lose ourselves in the complexity, in the diversity, in the ever-changing world. So easy to lose the pure mind or pure awareness. There's one thing never changes. Before I start this video, before you wake up this morning, or when I spoke 2 or 5 minutes ago, when you are typing your text in the chat, until now, there's something that never changes. So identify with that thing. With that thing is awareness. Awareness never changes. It's always pure. It's always present. It's always open. It's always reflective. It's always aware. It's always unconditioned and cannot be conditioned. It's always clear. It seems to be blocked by the mental activities or covered by the mental clouds, but it only seems to be. No mental activity or thoughts or memories can really cover the pure consciousness or awareness. It's always unconditioned and cannot be conditioned. It's always pure, always still, always silent, always luminous, shining, connecting. Identify with these things, with this thing, with so many attributes. You are that one must see. You confirm by yourself, by the awareness, again and again and again and again. um, and it becomes your unshakable experience with the help of a teacher, with the help of a book, with the help of a YouTube channel. It doesn't matter, but you need to confirm yourself. You, the awareness, confirm that you are the awareness only. The repeated confirmation is important because in this confirmation there's a doubt. There's how to say, sometimes the belief or the trust is not firmly established yet. You still have some doubts. It's okay, but you listen to the YouTube channel or read the book, follow master again. Repetition plays a very, very important role here. You confirm that you are awareness only, nothing else, again and again and again. It's like a fight between the awakened individual mind and the your original face. There's a fight. There's a battle, and this battle may last a month, years, or even lives. You see, no matter what I said here or what you have understood, what you have understood, there's one thing that is consistent. Space and time changes. Conditions and situations in the space and time changes. But there's one thing that never changes. Identify with that, recognize that, then sooner or later you'll be awakened or enlightened. There's nothing more important than this. Thank you to be a good listener, to be a good follower of the truth. Yeah, we are here as human being, not only have a family, not only to have a job, not only to have some vacations in Mexico Beach. That's much less important than awakening. We're here to awaken. That's all. Once you awaken, every experience you're doing becomes kind of different taste. Again, anything you think is trivial is not trivial at all. Anything you think is ordinary is not ordinary at all. So you will enjoy your every moment. You will enjoy that you're so lucky. You realize you're so lucky to become a human being to experience. You are totally free, and you are so grateful. You're so, I would say, wise, calm, peaceful. Yeah, it's, we are so lucky or blessed to have this potential to understand who we are. Potential is same or identical to everyone, yet you are here to listen. You you seek you want to seek the truth. That's a little bit different. We are so easily caught up in the dreams, in the relationship, in everyday life. But now you try to awaken, or you have awakened. That's different. That's the purpose of life. Okay, so maybe that's all for today. No matter you are watching me or you're not watching me, you're doing this or doing that, or you're not doing anything, find something that never changes. You, the awareness, never changes. Recognize that, rest in that, you're practicing, you're walking on the path of awakening, a path without distance. Thank you. See you.